Hi, it's Councillor Glen here. It is Saturday, April the 29th, and this morning I am at the Amberwood golf course. The last time I was here, it was covered in snow and I was cross-country skiing, but as of yesterday, they are open for golf season, and a few golfers teeing off already here early Saturday morning. This is a great facility. It's not a city park or a public park, but it is owned by the residents in Amberwood, and anyone can get a membership, not only for golf, but there's also pickleball courts and swimming pool, and of course the Ale restaurant, a great place to grab a drink or grab something to eat throughout the week. So the Amberwood Golf Course, a real gem in our community, and we're lucky to have it here. Please do check it out. I've got a lot of updates today, as I always do. What happened at City Hall, what happened here in the community, and things that are coming up as well. First thing I wanted to talk about, I think it's the most important thing this week coming out of City Hall. It's around provincial funding for programs and supports for people who are homeless. We've got a big problem in Ottawa, as many cities do across Ontario. And so back earlier this spring, when the provincial government released their 2023 budget, they added a $202 million funding stream for initiatives to help with homelessness. Unfortunately, when the city got our allocation, we received less than $1 million. So put this in perspective, the city of Toronto got about $48 million. Here in Ottawa, we got just over $800,000. And we have a massive crisis on our hands right now. Every single shelter in Ottawa is above capacity. There are some family shelters at over 350% capacity. There's families living in hotels for months on end because there's not enough affordable homes or supportive housing, and we need this money from the province. We have about a $20 million gap at least to just maintain the services that we're providing now. So I'm asking residents to get in touch with elected officials at Queen's Park, Premier Ford, Steve Clark, who's the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, and MPP Goldie Gamari here in our community. The Alliance to End Homelessness has set up a letter writing campaign where they've got a sample letter and text that you can use, and I've got some information on my website as well at glengower.ca. This issue is important to everyone in Ottawa. This is not just a downtown problem. This is affecting people and families across the entire city of Ottawa, and we need that funding from the provincial government. It's not something that the city of Ottawa can fund or address on our own. We need the provincial and federal government to help out, and in this case, we want a larger share of that $202 million homeless fund from the province, certainly much larger than $800,000. So please do take some time this weekend to email Premier Ford and the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, Steve Clark, and MPP Gamari. Also at City Hall this week, we had a big update yesterday about light rail transit. We met with the light rail subcommittee, and we reviewed the city's action plan to implement the recommendations from the LRT inquiry. So there were 103 recommendations in that inquiry. All but about 8 were directed at the city of Ottawa and its partners. So we reviewed a 40-point action plan for how this is going to be implemented. Some of the recommendations have already been done. Some of them are in progress, and they're all on track to be completed for the most part by 2023 or well underway by the end of 2023. I think it's a really good plan. It's comprehensive, no stone unturned. And so for people who are wondering what is being done to fix LRT, what is being done to respond to the inquiry, this is the document. And you can find more information on my website at glengower.ca. There's also a page on the OC Transpo website. I think it's called Transparency. You can find it on the OC Transpo website. It's their commitment to transparency, and they're publishing and releasing documents and information constantly about the operation of buses and trains as part of one of the action items stemming from that inquiry. So check that out if you are interested. At City Council, a lot of the focus was on the Transportation Master Plan. It was approved, which is great. As I mentioned previously, there are 3 parts to that. One is a new policy book about transportation planning and design. I'm really happy with what's in there. It'll it'll accomplish two things. It'll make our streets safer, and it'll help support more efficient ways to help people move around our community by private vehicles, by public transit, on foot, or by bike, and in other sustainable modes as well. So that was one thing in it. The other thing in it was the priority list for sidewalks and pathways. There are several here in Stittsville that we've been asking for a long time, so that's good to see approved, and a number of them around our community as well that'll benefit people in our area. And the third thing was prioritization metrics, a scoring metrics or matrix, I guess, for future road and transportation projects. So making sure we are prioritizing and funding properly important projects like Fernbank Road, Maple Grove Road, Carp Road, things like that, as well as major transit projects as well. Again, there's information on my website, glengower.ca, if you're interested in that topic, but I'm happy to see it passed. And on Thursday, Transportation Committee passed the environmental assessment for the future upgrades to Huntmar Road and Stittsville Main Street, connecting from Jackson Trails up to Palladium Drive. So good to see that approved as well. I've got information about all of this on my website, by the way. It's glengower.ca. We share information there pretty much every day. There's a ton of content there. A few other things you can find. Information about the upcoming OC Transpo route review. A survey opened this week. This is about the rethink of transit across the city. You can find information about the waste diversion briefing that's happening this week, and you can tune in on YouTube. Back in 2021, the city started a review on how we can encourage residents to divert and reduce waste because our landfill is filling up. So if you're interested in that topic, please check it out. There's a wildlife speaker series on Tuesday evening. The topic is ticks. Very relevant for our Stittsville area. And you can also take part in the wildlife strategy review. There's some information about how you can share your feedback there. And an update on the vacant unit tax. We talked a lot about this back in January and February. 99% of residents have now completed the declaration. So if you have yet to do so and you own a home or you own a property in Ottawa, please do that. The final deadline is April 30th. So go to ottawa.ca for more information there. Okay, let's go locally. Some local information. Cleaning the Capital. I'm glad the rain has held off so far because there are a ton of groups planning Cleaning the Capital events today. Thank you to everyone who's volunteering. It's amazing. We have dozens of groups taking part. It's not too late to sign up. I think you have until the end of Sunday to do so. Go to ottawa.ca. Look for Cleaning the Capital, and you can sign up your neighbors, your family, a group of friends, your class. Sign up and pick a park, and in the month of May you can go out and clean it up. Again, thanks to everybody who's out today. Hopefully the weather cooperates for us. And storm cleanup, a related topic. I understand there were some trucks out yesterday, and they'll be out probably again today, going around the neighborhoods and picking up all the branches from the ice storm. The city's had over 4,000 calls about damaged trees, and it's taking some time. So thanks everybody for your patience. They will get there, and they'll be getting to all the parks and pathways to clean up as well. We still have a lot of damage from the derecho and from the April ice storm. Parks like Sunray Park, Joe Louis Park, W.J. Bell Rotary Peace Park. There's a lot of wooded areas that have sustained damage. So there is cleanup underway. They are being assessed for replanting as well. And we hope by the fall that we'll see some of the parks get some substantial replanting as well. And if you're looking for wood chips, the city has a big pile of wood chips at the Canada Rec Center on Terry Fox near Hazeldean. That's across the street from the East Side Mario's and the Swiss Chalet. Available 24/7. Just show up and pick up some free wood chips. This week, Tuesday morning, I was really happy to get a chance to meet the Stittsville Rotary Club. They do some amazing things in our community, contributing to our community. They've got a trivia night coming up on May 26th, and I shared with them just some of the things we're working on here in Stittsville. So looking forward to working with them on a number of projects. Stittsville Main Street Steering Committee, we met on Tuesday evening. First time we've met in person, actually, since that group launched, and it was great to get some of the stakeholders around the table and continue to talk about the future of Stittsville Main Street and a few action items coming out of that. This summer, the city's launching a new program here in Stittsville. It's called Youth Decide, and it's for young people aged 11 to 14. It's going to be at the Johnny LaRue Arena, and it's kind of an unstructured program where each day the participants, the young preteens and teens, get to decide what they're going to do, whether it's around sports and recreation or around leadership and team building. So if you have a young person in your life who's between 11 and 14, go and check out ottawa.ca in the recreation guide and look for Youth Decide. Sounds like a really good program there. Some upcoming events. I am hosting my annual Jane's Walk on May 6th. That's next Saturday. It's a walking tour of Stittsville Main Street, part of the Jane's Walk Festival series, and you can find more information on my website or at janeswalkottawa.org, I think is the website. Registration is required, and it's filling up quick. Pardon me. On May 28th, we're doing our family bike ride this year, and the theme is Mission to Mars. We're going to head out along the Trans-Canada Trail, and we're going to check out the EnviroCentre planetary signage, and we're going to end up at Mars, maybe even beyond. So check out information on my website. It's completely free. We're just asking families to register so we know about how many people are going to attend, and that's on May 28th here in Stittsville. Today, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. over at the Dome at Paul Desmarais, there is a tri-rugby event hosted by the Ottawa Ospreys. So if you're interested in checking out rugby, this is for kids, for teens. Check that out. And this weekend, I want to say a welcome to all of the teams competing in the OBA Ontario Cup. That's under 14 boys basketball. They're at Sacred Heart this weekend, so a big tournament there. It is National Immunization Week, so please check out ottawapublichealth.ca for more information and how to make sure you're up to date in all your immunizations. We just posted our multicultural calendar for the month of May. This is our multicultural and human rights calendar with all sorts of events with cultural celebrations and important days to mark various celebrations and commemorative days and so on. So as of May 1st, we will be in Asian Heritage Month and Canadian Jewish Heritage Month, and there's all sorts of cultural events and human rights related events happening through the month of May. Please check that out. 2 final reminders. One is about sports fields. The city's asking people to stay off of ball diamonds and soccer pitches because it's quite wet and the fields are not quite ready for outdoor play. So we're asking everyone, whether you're an individual or a team, just stay off the fields for now. They'll be open soon, but wait for that announcement before you use the fields. And the final reminder today is to dog owners, please pick up after your pets. It's part of being a responsible pet owner, and we appreciate your cooperation. I hope you have a great Saturday. I hope the rain holds off for a little bit longer so you can get it out and chance to clean up your community, explore your community. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you here next week. Take care.